Hello. Alright. I just heard the news about Tottenham putting in a £100 million bid for Sandro Tonali. £100 million. That's buff. Really. So yesterday I read that Matheus Fernandes really has signed for Tottenham Hotspur for the sum of £85 million. And as a Manchester United fan, the news didn't really please me because I like Matheus Fernandes. I like the way he plays, and I believe that he's going to be, a useful player in the future, a decent player in the future. But for £85 million, I strongly believe that's a bridge too far to cross for Manchester United, and I'm not really happy, but I'm content that they pulled out and didn't overpay. Gone are days of Manchester United overpaying for players because another club is in and they want to get the player at all cost. The maturity they are showing in this market is commendable. All right, so what does this really feel? Tonali is a good player and he's a very technical player. And when Newcastle had Bruno Guimaraes out with injury, he picked the team up by the scruff of the neck and he assumed the key player role for the team. You can't talk about how good a deal it is without mentioning the price at which they have signed this player. They've signed Tonali for £100 million. They've signed Matheus Fernandes for £85 million. And they've signed Jean-Paul Van Hecker for 52 or 56 million pounds. I'll put the real price up here. And they've signed Andy Robertson on a free transfer, and they've signed Martin Dubravka as well on free transfer. They've signed Marcos Senesi on a free transfer, and it seems they are willing, not just willing, they are striving to put the 2 consecutive 17th place finishes in the review. They have a new young vibrant manager in Roberto De Zerbi, who we all know would bring in a burst of energy to the team. And we saw how they performed in the last few games of last season. They really banded together, and it seems they've already gotten the coaches' tactics on board, and they'll hit the ground running this coming season, especially with the new firepower they've had, shoring up the midfield, shoring up the defense. And they have good attackers that are coming back from injury, the likes of Mohamed Kudus, the likes of Dominic Solanke. Kulusevski was out for almost the entire season last season, so that's another player to bear in mind that Tottenham has. So I think they'll do really well this season. It goes to show that the new owners are willing to do what it takes to put Tottenham back among the big boys. So Spurs are showing really intense. They've been a joke really for the past 2 seasons, if we're being honest. So I think that they're about to change that status this season. Let's see how it goes. Also, I was just thinking from Newcastle point of view, when the Saudi owners came in, everyone assumed that it would be another Man City story, it would be another PSG story, who haven't been owned by UAE and Qatar respectively. They went on a spending spree and they became super clubs. So they've sold Alexander Isak, they've sold Anthony Gordon to Barcelona this season, and also they are in the process of selling Sandro Tonali. And of course, we must have heard of Arsenal testing the waters with a bid for Bruno Guimaraes. So it is tough times at Newcastle as it stands. I wouldn't want to be the director of football there this summer. It's going to be blood, hell and thunder right there. So I really don't know. I really don't know what's going to happen to Newcastle this season. So what do you think about this current moves? I just decided to share my thoughts quickly while I saw the news and news broke. I decided to quickly share my thoughts and hear what you have to say. What do you think? This is the Football Jury. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe. I'll be in the comment section reading your thoughts, reading your comments, and you know what? Let's hear them. Let's hear what you think. Catch you in the next one. Cheers.